All right, number 13, the functions f and g defined by f of x equal to ax squared minus 2 and g of x equal to negative ax squared plus 2 are graphed in the xy plane above. The graph of f and g intersect at the points k comma 0 and negative k comma 0 with the value of k. All right, so you see that the two functions, they intersect at these 2 points, and we're trying to figure out what is the k value here. All right. So what we cannot do is we can't just set them equal to each other. If you do that, we get 0 equals 0. So that means, yeah, they intercept when the y value they intercept, right, should be at 0, which we can see, right? So these points are right on the x-axis, the y value equal to 0. So we can't really just set them equal to each other and solve it as a system equation, because that won't be able to help us solve for the k value. What we could do is to recognize that the k value here are the x-intercept, right? That's when the y value equal to 0. So what we can do is we can just take one of the functions. Okay, we're solving for the x-intercepts here. Okay, so we can just say f of x equal to ax squared minus 2. We can just set it equal to 0 and solve for x. Okay, because we know the x-intercept is when the y value equal to 0. Okay, so that's the best approach here. And then we set it equals 0 and solve for x. The x value we get, these are the x-intercepts, and that should be the k value here that we're looking for. Okay, so you can plug in either f of x or g of x. Okay, so they should be the same answer in the end. But let's just do f of x here. Set it equals 0, and then to solve here, the best way to do it, since we don't have a linear term, right, just ax squared and a minus 2, we can use the square root method. So we do just, let's move over a constant term to the other side. I do a plus 2 on both sides. We get 2 equal to ax squared like that. Okay. And then to solve from here, we're trying to solve for x, and we need to get rid of the 8, multiply in front. So we have to divide it by 8 to cancel that. Okay, so divide by 8 on both sides, we get 2 over 8, which is like 1/4 equal to x squared. Okay, and then to solve for x, we take the square root on both sides. All right, so we get x equal to square root of 1/4 to 1/2, because 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. And technically we get plus minus because they're taking square root on both sides. When we solve the equation, we get plus minus 1/2. So there are two solutions. And if you relate to this question, it makes sense, right? Because we have two solutions here, right? One at k comma 0 and one is at negative k comma 0. So here we know that's the plus minus 1/2. Okay, so either way, the k value should be 1/2, and that's letter B for question 13.